In the near future, technology will not only change how we live, but also how we love. The line between humans and machines becomes blurred. As the world evolves, anything impossible today can be made possible, even finding a wife. That's right, in the future, you could buy a wife without marrying or doing anything else. Just pay the money, and you can bring home the woman you desire. In this movie, this guy spent $200,000 to buy a wife. The movie, titled Wifelike, was released in 2022. This film tells the story of an artificial intelligence company, also known as AI. The company creates advanced robots that look just like humans. It's led by Marion Fanner, specializing in female robots. Their goal is to help men who want life partners, without the fear of being betrayed, divorced, or dealing with other bad situations. However, even so, many people are against the creation of these robots, especially women. They're worried that these robots might slowly replace real women, because of how quickly they learn. So, opposition groups have formed, with the goal of stealing and reprogramming them. As a result, Marion assigned guards and teams to protect these robots from being kidnapped or reprogrammed. One of these guards is William. He's one of the best they have. Reliable, and rarely fails. On top of that, William owns an AI robot he named Meredith. Meredith used to be human, but due to an accident, she passed away and was turned into a robot. From the moment he met her, William fell for her. Meredith was brought to William's home and taught about human habits and daily routines. Just like a new phone, Meredith needed to be programmed by her owner to match his preferences, making it almost impossible to tell robots from real humans. They could do anything once programmed, even engage in emotional relationships. Yes, there's no real difference. In fact, they're quiet and don't make noise. You can even adjust their volume like a phone. And like a phone, these robots also need energy. So every night, after serving William, Meredith would return to the charging station to recharge. I have no idea where she plugs in. Since robots became a thing, the company often gets reports from clients about stolen robots. So, William was ordered by his superiors to track down and find out where these robots were hidden. William wasn't working alone. He was teamed up with a colleague named Jack. That night, they managed to locate where the stolen robots were. They even found a female robot trying to escape. There were still a few other robots in the house. Luckily, that night, William was able to rescue the other robots and bring them back to headquarters. Meanwhile, Meredith entered dream mode, where she was guided by an operator to step into a dream she desired. But in that dream, she saw a masked man who handed her a card with a red bird on it. Who was he? Did he have something to do with her? The next morning, Meredith prepared breakfast for William. Remembering her dream from the night before, she embroidered the red bird onto a pillow. After kissing her husband goodbye, she went outside for some fresh air and exercise. But she was surprised to see a woman deliberately blocking her car. The woman even knew Meredith's name. Meredith asked her, "How do you know my name?" But the woman simply said that Meredith needed to wake up soon. Meredith didn't understand what that meant. Back home, Meredith told William about what happened. But William didn't seem to care much about it, and told her not to overthink it. "Maybe it's just some prankster," he said, "trying to mess with our lives." Not only that, William didn't even like the pillow Meredith made. She didn't know why. He told her that Meredith wasn't into sewing, and that it wasn't her kind of thing. Meredith was surprised by this. William then shared that they had some beautiful memories together, back when Meredith wasn't a robot yet. He talked about the first time they met. William saw Meredith reading a book in a park. She was stunningly beautiful. William asked if he could sit next to her. She said yes, and that's how their relationship started, leading them to fall in love and grow closer. Meredith enjoyed hearing William's story. She believed in it. She wanted to see that moment for herself. She entered dream mode and tried to relive the memory William described. But unfortunately, it wasn't William who appeared in the dream. It was a masked man instead. Meredith was completely taken aback. She demanded the man stay away from her. She didn't know what he wanted. He knew everything about her. Why did this man keep appearing in her dreams? What was really going on? She didn't want to stay in the dream anymore. Meredith woke up. She caught William getting ready to go out. William told her to go back to sleep, as he was just taking out the trash. And the trash he mentioned was actually the pillow Meredith had made that afternoon. She wondered, why would he throw it away? The next morning, William received orders from his superiors. He was tasked with capturing a robot believed to have been reprogrammed, and demanded to retrieve it immediately. This robot was a victim of a group called Squire. They're an organization opposing the production of these robots. William entered the elevator. There, he met a receptionist. William asked her to locate a robot named Lisa. The receptionist replied, "I need to check with my superior." She refused to search for the name Lisa due to company policy. William responded, "That robot was made by my company. The receptionist insisted there was no record of a Lisa. William called her by the name Lisa. She replied, "My name is Rose." But William knew she was lying. Realizing she couldn't lie anymore, she confessed. She admitted to hiding her identity under a fake name. William accused Lisa, claiming she had been reprogrammed by Squire. Therefore, she needed to be retrieved and reset. Her memory had to be wiped clean and restarted. But Lisa refused. She ran into a room and locked the door. Then, she jumped out of the building right in front of William. By the time he got in, it was too late. Meanwhile, Meredith was being disturbed again by the woman who had caused the incident on the road. Meredith felt a bit scared. She threatened to call the police if the woman didn't leave before William got back. The woman, named Louise, didn't seem frightened by the threat. Instead, she demanded Meredith to record everything she was saying. Louise once again urged Meredith to wake up. Meredith had no idea what Louise meant. Louise told her to recall her past memories. But Meredith didn't understand why. Was there something valuable in her memories? That evening, when William returned, he saw Meredith sewing the pillow again, with that same red bird design. His face clearly showed his disapproval. Meredith then shared what had happened earlier that day, including Louise's message to her. William appeared slightly surprised. He explained that Louise was part of Squire, a group that wanted to kidnap and reprogram Meredith, turning her into one of their own. William vowed not to let that happen. He enlisted Jack's help to track down Louise and the masked man from Meredith's dreams. After initiating a dream sequence, Meredith encountered the masked man again. When he removed the mask, it turned out to be Kin. William and Jack immediately took action. Jack led a team armed to the teeth to storm into a warehouse, while William headed to a park where the masked man was believed to be hiding. But it turned out they were tricked. Kin wasn't there. William sought another way to track Kin down, so he decided to enter the dream with Meredith. But there was one condition. William wasn't allowed to harm anyone in the dream. If he broke this rule, they could face imprisonment. It was considered illegal. Once inside the dream, William and Meredith quickly encountered Kin. He slowly walked toward Meredith. William urged Meredith to leave, saying he would handle Kin. William attacked Kin. William's actions were deemed illegal. The fight dragged on into different areas. Kin was completely outmatched by William. Fortunately, Kin wasn't killed. Because Meredith's battery ran out, they were automatically pulled back to the real world. William was furious at Kin's parting words. "She will remember me." William wanted to go back and kill him. Kin was trying to destroy his family and needed to be eliminated. However, William's actions earlier were completely out of line. If their violent behavior in the dream was discovered, they would face imprisonment and penalties. Even William's right to own a robot wife could be revoked, and his wife could end up belonging to someone else. After the incident, William decided to erase Meredith's memories and reset her to her original state. She was sent back to headquarters to begin the process. There, she was among many other robots like her. At the facility, Meredith learned something that not all robots were taught. She was shown how to store memories without anyone finding out. Thanks to this, she began recovering her memories. She could retrieve them at any time, even those from before she became a robot. When she woke up, she found herself at home, facing William. As usual, William reprogrammed her. Everything was just like the first day, until one day, Jack's wife had a meeting with Louise. Louise handed her a USB drive, saying it contained data revealing the truth. What was this truth? It was something about William. Jack stormed into William's house in anger and said, "William, you've committed a terrible crime. Tell the truth to Meredith. She deserves to know. It's about her." William wouldn't let anyone uncover his secret, not even Jack. Jack threatened to expose his crimes, so William shot him to silence him. But unfortunately for William, Meredith knew everything. Thanks to her memory storage skills, she remembered everything that had happened. He had been lying to her all along. It turned out, Meredith and Kin were once a couple. They were even planning to get married. Until one day, William met Meredith. He felt he had fallen in love with her. William knew Meredith was already in a relationship, but he didn't care. He kidnapped both of them, killed Kin, and forced Meredith to love him. Meredith wouldn't accept it. She grew to hate him even more. William couldn't handle rejection. Until one night, William killed Meredith to resurrect her as a robot who would completely obey him. He wiped her mind and gave her a new identity, hoping she'd believe and love him. But this time, the tables turned. Meredith was stronger than William. She broke his arm and killed him the same way he killed her. After the incident, Meredith became the leader of Squire, dedicated to justice and gender equality. Everyone called her name. However, a new journey is about to begin, because Robot William has been created and is ready to target Meredith and her team members. That's the entire storyline of the movie Wifelike. What do you think about this film? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is my biggest motivation. Goodbye, and see you next movies.